Hello. How are you? Boy, I say hello and he just crawls right out of the kitty cave. Hi, Mom. How you doing? What are we up to? I printed some extra sheets last night, and I'm going to move this to a side table so it's not in our way because I need some space to work here. Hello, Arlene. Have a good day, honey. So what we are working on, excuse me, I am cutting pockets that are going to be used in this journal, pockets, tags, and things like that. So we have a stack, and we have some stuff. So I'm going to be looking for a piece of paper to use in the background here. Nothing in that one. Let's get out the purple one. We're going to use this one. All right. Good morning, Miss Marjorie. No singing in my chat this morning? I know, you don't sing in the morning. Okay. So I'm going to cut some backs of this, a couple, and then we'll cut some fronts. So big trimmer so we can cut this down to a reasonable size. Because it just doesn't fit, you know what I mean? So let's do 3.5 because I think that's going to be a reasonable size for this. Yep. Look at that. That's going to work. Okay. So that out of the way. Bring the old girl back in. You know, I have lighter die cutting machines, and for some reason, I don't know why, I stick to this one, you know? And I do. I have lighter machines. I have one over there that weighs like less than a pound and still does the same job. But for whatever reason, I don't use it. And it's smaller too. Maybe I should start, retire the old girl, put her in the craft room. I don't know. All right, so we got that. Now I want to cut. I gotta get smaller pieces out that I've been working with. Here we go. So I'm going to cut one of each of these of the inside piece. So I'm just going to do them together. Let's do this. There we go. Okay, put these on here. And let's decide where are we going to cut from. Right here. Why not, right? It's right there. Plate. Cut. Morning, Chris. You lost track of working on a new kid. What's the theme? Can you tell me, or do I have to wait? I want to know. You know, I gotta know these things. Oh, you know what? I should have done this. I should have backed. Well, no, this is pretty thick paper. We're good. Okay. I gotta get new scissors. These are getting shot. They're like dying a slow and painful death. So I'm gonna do this again. Okay. Because I'm going to glue these two together so that they're thicker. All right, get this one out of the way. Grand Estate Florals. Here's the paper pack. The expansion is going to be another visit to a grand hotel state, including photos spanning under. Awesome. I like it. Yes. Okay. So now I'm going to glue these together so that they're thicker. Thicker. They're thicker. Use that one. No, this one. Oh, here. This will be the background. I could have just cut this out of paper. I'm going to cut it out of white paper. Shoosh. Sometimes I know thinky, you know. I'm going to cut this out of some cardstock. So let me run this twice. Where did I put the die? There it is. Okay. So I'm going to cut this out of just regular cardstock because I want this to be thicker. I should have glued it together beforehand, but I didn't. Shoot me. Okay. So we're going to glue these onto these, and then we'll cut two more for that. But for right now, we're just going to do these. Okay, so we're gluing down. So we put like more glue. Are you just going to be difficult today? All right, let's see if we can get some glue moving here. There we go. There. Just shift it a little bit. We'll put some ink on it. Nobody will ever know. That is why I should have done this before. I didn't. Good morning, love of my life. It depends. Does mom have food? be left out if Mom has food.
Holy shit, where'd that come from?
I have no idea.
It's huge.
But I left him for you.
Why?
So you could pick him up. I ain't picking him up. What if he's faking it? All right, I got a little bit of white there, a little more than I care to have. So shaving that off. Taking that off. I only cut 2 backs. I have 2 fronts. We'll get started on these. All right, inking. You know, it's a new dauber, so. Yeah, that's a new dauber. I put it on yesterday. And like, it's already, wow, you know? So we are still just working on the ephemera. We are working on an album journal. It's going to be a smaller one. It's only going to be 2 flips, 2 fins in there. But it is an album journal. And it's Space Kitties on Mars. That's right. So we have Martian kitties. And we have space travelers that are also kitties. And this whole kit was designed specifically for this journal by our very own Marjorie, who has her own shop. And if you look in my description, you're going to see a link to her Etsy shop where you can get some of her beautiful work. And I got to tell you, it is gorgeous, all of it. I'm like, I don't know. I might go broke. Just go over there and buy them all. All right, now we're going to put this on here. Pushing it on the sides just a little bit. Why? Because that helps to create room in the pocket. Okay. This one. I know, right? You got to get it the way you want it, but then like it only stays that way for like a day or 2 of use, and then it's like, nah, I'm done. And I have to tell you, the worst inks, like the ones that mess it up the most, are the distress inks and oxides. I have one that I think I've used maybe twice as far as using that color on something. And that dauber is so, like the top of it is really wide and it's curled. And I've only used it like twice. I'm like, what the hell? All right, so now we have 2 of these. And they shall go into our pocket bag. And last night I cut 2 of these, which I love. This is like one of the oldest Sizzix pockets there is. And then I cut some tabs. I don't know that I'll use them, but I cut them because I had the extra paper to do it. So I cut those. And now we're going to put this one away. I'm not going to pick it right now. I'll pick it later. So we're going to put this one away. Now we're going to cut this one. And again, we're just going to cut it right out of this. So, yes, it'll fit. Hold on. It'll work. Okay. I don't have to cut this right now. I'm going to go over here and do this one. You guys, she's being so pathetic right now. Yes, you're being very pathetic. She gets breakfast with me every morning. And I eat the same breakfast every day. Because I have found that particular breakfast regulates my carbs and stuff for the rest of the day. So probably 75 to 80% of the time, I eat the same breakfast. I eat 2 eggs scrambled, 3 pieces of bacon, half a bagel, and a cup, like a little bowl of apples. Now every morning she gets the same thing. She gets a bite of apple. She gets a whole slice of apple. She gets bacon. She gets a chunk of my eggs and a piece of my, like a bite-sized piece of my bacon. And then as long as the apples are on my desk, she sits here with this look on her face like she has never eaten food in her life. All right. So now we have that one. We're going to put that one in our pocket bag. All right. What else? We have another one, but here's the thing. This is one of those like folded up kind of pockets. So I'm not going to do this because if I do this, then I have to like, it's got white and because, and I'm not doing it. What I might do is I might take a piece of this, measure it to 8.5 by 11, put it in the printer and print one of our pages on the back of it. Let's see. Okay. So that's about 8.5 right there by 11. So 8.5 by 11. I'm going to put it in the printer. This side up. Put it in there. And then I'm going to print on the back of it. So hold on. Yeah, hypoglycemic is low sugar. Okay, what one do I want to do on the back of this? This one. Print. Page 1. All right, let me get my pills and my allergy meds on board this morning. Let me drop it all over the floor here. Okay. So it did. It picked it up. Okay. I feel better now. Hopefully I put it in the right direction. That's always, I have to put it in one direction in one printer and one direction in the other printer, and they're different directions. And that's yes. Okay. But now we have the question. It's going to be this one. I'm going to cut it right there. Okay, so Boy, I don't want to cut you close to Grumpy Kitties there and there. So we'll do this one. I'm going to do this one. Yeah, this one. Okay, so we're going to do it right here. Right here. Okay. Now here's the trick. I actually have to, no, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. Here we go. We're going to do this. All right. I got it in there. It's a little crooked. Cap on. And cut. Cross your fingers. Okay. Ah! We did it. We did it. It worked. Oh my god. It worked. Okay. Inky dinky doo. Inky dinky doo. Inky dinky. Inky dinky doo. Inky dinky. I was going to ink this in black all the way around. You know, like I was going to use black for the other color. And then I said to myself, which is what I call myself when I'm being nice. Usually I just go, hey, idiot. You have to be here on a day when I'm creating stuff. Sometimes I let you guys in and come to one of those where I am designing something new. And yeah, I call myself a lot of names when I do that. Because I screw stuff up left, right, and Sunday. When there's a finished project on my channel, it is mostly because I've done about 10, like 8 to 10 versions of it to get it to the right version. And so every now and then I do go live and let you guys see that process where I, you know. So sometimes I can be a little bit weird. All right. Now we did say we wanted to do this, and I don't know what we're going to do with it, but I'm going to cut a couple of these, and I'm just going to cut them. Come here. Out of black. At least one, you know, I want to put it in there because like they're on a space mission. They're exploring things. I think that they should be, you know, getting samples, slides, things. We're going to save that though because there's still plenty of room down here. Okay, one of these. Never cut this one before, so it's a brand new cut. We're going to cut it and see how it goes. I've had the die for a while. I just never cut it. Well, it cuts really nice. Okay. Score line is iffy. Yeah, the score line on this is iffy. All right. So So the fold isn't great. So we will try to adjust it. All right, it's a little bit better. It's still a little off, but it's okay. All right. So we have that, and we have a few more things to cut here. So I'm going to cut this one, and I'm going to cut this one out of black. It's not going to fit in there. Okay. Cut this one out of black. There it is. I lost my top plate again. So I got up this morning and I went outside. And in a lot of places in Vegas, like if you go outside at night, you can see cockroaches and stuff walking around on the, like certainly on the strip, you'll see them. Down on Fremont Street, you'll see them. But I went out last night, this morning, and behind my house on my patio was a gigantic water bug. He's about 2 inches long. And I know he's dead because otherwise the dogs would have played with him. So I left him there for Hubbard. I was like, nope, that's for you. So he just went out the door. That was what that whole... What the hell is that? Why did you leave it for me? I left it for you because I think you needed it. Shut up. It's yours now. Because I'm a girl. I have 2 bugs. All right, now we have this one. I love this particular pocket. I like this to put in another pocket. And then, like, you know, you can, like, just really load it. I love this thing. All right, so we're going to put this away. Put that one away. I love these things, guys. If you ever get a chance, this is, like, my favorite way of storing my dies. I can see them. I can even put samples of the cuts on the back if I want. I have one with a circle. We got to cut one with a circle too. Let's cut with a circle. Okay. One with a circle. Circle. Circly. Circly. We're going to cut with a circle. I remember buying this die. Okay. Brain damage, I'm telling you. Played in the 70s. And maybe the 80s. Okay. That over there. Yeah, that's got that iffy score line on it again. So let's get this in the right direction. Where did I put it? There it is. Okay. Nice and easy. We're going to move this. It doesn't fit on my line, so we're going to move it to a different line. There we go. Okay. And folding. So much better. Bony. There we go. All right, so we have those. Put that over there. We're going to glue this one together. Move this out of the way. Now, I'm going to put all of these pocket dies away because there are so many of them on my desk right now. It's just creating chaos. So I want to make sure that I'm only putting away the pocket dies because I do have other dies up here. Yeah, okay. These are just the pocket ties. We're going to get these put away. Back in the box. Get in the box. Get in the box. Okay. Oh, get the die cutting machine out of my way. All right. Oh, okay. I think it's just you and me this morning, girly. All right. Now, let's get this out of the way. I'm going to put some ink on this front piece. Yeah, so I like this because, one, you can put a lot of stuff in the different pockets. So you can have different layers of stuff, and it doesn't look like, sometimes when you put stuff in a pocket and you look at it, it feels like it's flopping out. Because this has so many slots, you can go higher. And so those taller things don't look like they're flopping. They look right. So we're going to put glue on this whole top piece. Down the side, across the bottom, and up the side. No glue on any of those, though. And we're going to get this sucker on here. Okay. Little push on the outside to lift these up a little bit. Just as it's drying, just push in on the edge. Doesn't really take it out of alignment. It just gives it a little poof. Little poof. All right. So now we have these. We have that. I'm not going to, these already have holes in them. So I guess you kind of have to say that's the top. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these on two sides. I'm going to glue them on the bottom and on the side. And then I will be able to slide stuff in them like pockets. I don't know what we're going to do with them, but we've cut them to go in here. So we're going to do it. So now we can put like something in there like a specimen. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on this one. So across the bottom and up the side. There. Now where's that pocket? Okay. Oh. All right, we're putting this one in. We haven't finished these yet, but we're going to put them in here because, they're pocket things and we want to keep all the pocket things together. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's put this stuff away. There we go. And let's work on some more ephemera pieces. So we do still have out our little doilies and banners and things. I'm going to cut some banners. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them out of what's left of, these little pieces that I have left over from, other things. We're going to cut a bunch of those. So let's grab that out of there. Now I do have other banners too. I have one set. Here's a big one. That one's cool. I do have one set that's like scrolls. Those are cool. We might use some of those. You never know. You never know with me what we're going to do. But I have bits of this paper left over from all of the, stuff. Brads. They are brads. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a bunch of these on here. That one's not going to fit. Okay. This one. Do these. I like this one because it has like an end point and it comes off. Now I do have a punch that does this, you know, a paper punch, but you know, what do you want from me? I'm lazy sometimes. So I have a perfect circle. That came out of one of the dies. All right, so I'm gonna put these in and run them real quick. And the best part of this is I don't care if they come out perfect or not. Like this one, it went like totally to the side, but I don't care because, you know, I'm going to use these for backgrounds for things. All right, so we have some banners. Let's see. Yep, that'll work. I'd probably cut these on the little one, the little machine. But, you know, I want to use up the paper that I have. Let's see. I think we might be able to get all three of these out of this. Yep, we will. All right, I'm going to do these three on this. I'm afraid to knock over the side table. So I'm a bad person. I forgot to send Marie a number last night. So she paid me, which means she overpaid me. So now I've got to give her, I'm going to put a credit on her order for June. Because I'm an idiot. Yeah, if that machine's out, yeah, we're using it, okay? We're just going to go to town with it. I like that one. We're going to cut that one. Let's put these guys back in here. And like I liked the nebula, but I think I kind of like this one too, so we'll cut that one. There's like a flower die back here, and I don't know. I don't know where it came from. I really don't. No idea. This guy comes from up here. I don't know what it's from. Up there on the wall is a small magnet. It's like 2 feet long, 2.5 feet long, and about I don't know, 10 inches wide or so. And it's like all of the lost dies. Seriously, it's like little bits and pieces that I don't know where the hell they came from. But I have them, so, you know. Can I cut both of these out of this? No. Okay. We'll cut one out of this. And then something else out of that other one. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, we'll cut some of these. Okay. We got it. I also throw it on, you know, like I use those little pieces because they're little, they're all little pieces. When I have a piece of paper that I'm cutting, if I'm going to have like a tiny little piece left, I'd rather, you know, throw something on it than waste it. So this little die is up there and it cuts these little like tabs that you fold in half for tags. And so, you know, what the hell? I'll use it. And it makes fun confetti. But yeah, there's like some really weird stuff up there. Like, I don't know. All right, we're going to try and get this out of here. There we go. All right. None of that's going to go. We're going to have to poke it out. I don't want to poke it out. I have this one die. I hate it. But I love it. It is It's a unicorn, and it's in my fairy die cut set. So it's like a unicorn or a Pegasus or something like that. And I gotta tell you, I hate that thing. I do. I hate it with a passion because it has so many little details and swoops and loops and stuff. And then when I try to cut it, I end up like having to cut it like 2 or 3 times because I can never get all the little loops out. All the little swirlies and stuff just irritates the crap out of me. But I love it because it's so cute once it's cut. It's kind of like that one cat die that I have. Mari loves it. It does like a filigreed cat, and Mari loves that damn die. I might send it to her. Here, it's yours now. Your headache. You deal with it. There we go. That's going to be perfect. It's going to be pretty. Okay, we're going to do this one. But, you know, sometimes you have that one that you love, but you hate it all at the same time. Another one I have that is like that is the Wonderland word die. Oh, I hate that die.
It's starting to dribble.
Oh, you're finally getting your rain, honey.
It's dribbling.
Okay.
Listen.
I don't hear anything.
Dribble, dribble,
Dribble, dribble, dribble. Okay.
dribble, dribble.
He's been waiting for this rain for like 3 days.
Well, we said we were going to get rain on Wednesday.
Somebody lied to him and told him
They
it was going to be
lied.
rain.
And I'm upset about it. Now all I get is dribbles.
And like the true large child he is,
I want a monsoon for at least an hour.
he wants rain. I wonder if this looks like it's almost the same size. That's kind of cool. Because now I know I can cut that out and then cut one of these and I can put it together and it'll be awesome. Where is everybody this morning? It's Friday morning. Cutting paper for hours. Oh my God. I have to be honest. I've paid my grandkids to do my fussy cutting. I have.
She has.
I've also paid my grandkids when I have like a big die cut order. I've also paid them to do that as well. And sometimes when I have kits that I have to cut to like certain sizes, I'll get out the big chomper cutter. Buggy's the only one I let use it because he's bigger. He stands higher over the machine, which is always safer. And but I'll be like, I need you to take this stack of paper and cut it exactly like this. And I put tape on the board, so he knows which way to go. And I will let him sit there with that big chomper, my big giant school chomper, and chomp his little heart out. Let's see if little shit will clean this up. I don't know. Little shit's getting kind of old. Needs a new battery. Yeah, little shit's getting it. Okay. All right. Little shit got most of it. You call yours the beast? Well, Buggy's kind of the beast. He's 13. He's 6'2", wears a size 13 and a half shoe. He's my monster grandchild. Some of you may know, Hubbard and I are we're working to rebuild an old Honda Goldwing. It's the Interstate. It's a big bike. And so we have been working to rebuild this bike. And Buggy comes over and he helps. And so we keep, we told him that when Bima dies, he gets the bike. when we're gone, he can have it. Now his dad rides an Indian. Used to have a Harley, but traded it in for an Indian. I ain't got no qualms with that. But the older grandson is upset. He's like, well, how come he gets the bike? Because he's going to get dad's bike. And now, mind you, they're half brothers. So the dad that rides the Harley is his biological father. Not that that has ever been an issue to my son-in-law. Okay? Like, if you try to tell him that his baby girl, who he did not father, is not his baby girl, he'll rip your head off. His baby girl is his baby girl. Those are his kids, point blank. He stepped up and became the man he didn't have to be. And it took a lot for him to get there. But he has been their dad since my middle grandson was born. He's done all the stupid stuff. He's had his nails painted pink. He's done the dad deeds. And but dude was a little upset. He was like, well, how come Buggy's getting it? And I was like, well, you sit on it. And he sat on it and his feet did not touch the ground. And it didn't even have the seat on it. And I was like, and that is why your brother gets it. Why? Because your brother at 13 can flat foot it. That's why your brother gets it. Bima and Pop Pop are going to buy a truck eventually, and you can have the truck. Hi, Miss McVeigh. We're just There's 3 people in the room. Somebody's listening but not here, and then you guys are here, and I'm good with that. So let's do this one. We haven't done this one. Let's do this one. What do I have this will fit on? I'm looking for scraps. We're doing this with scraps right now. It'll work right there. I'm cutting it out of that. Okay. So he gets the truck. His brother gets the bike. Because with the seat off the bike, Bug can straddle the bike and bend his knees. Like almost like in a full sitting position, which means if we put the seat back on it, he's still going to have flexibility in his knees and have his feet flat. Because he's so freaking tall. He's freakishly tall. Freakishly. Here's the thing, though. His older brother gives him shit all the time. Picks on him. Gives him crap. And Buggy is like that big sweet guy. And I keep telling his brother, one of these days, man, your ass is going to write a check.
Your body can't cash. Your brother's going to be the ATM banging on.
Your brother is, you're going to need him. And he's going to go, you know what? You beat the crap out of me and tormented me. You know what? Fight your own battle, dude. And you're going to be wondering why. I'm going to tell you right now, it's because you are a mean older brother. You're an ass. Buggy wouldn't hold it against him, though, to be honest. Buggy would be like, all right, you know what? You were a dick, but you're still my brother. So, let me go over there and stomp this guy who's being an ass. Because, yeah, they mess with each other, but all of them do. But the truth is don't mess with any one of them if you're not part of a family, because then you're going to mess with all of them. All right. So we've cut that one. So we have quite a few little pieces to get started with here. I think we're going to make a little bit more ephemera, and then we're going to get started on an actual book. Now, I did pull these because I thought this would be cool and this would be cool. I thought like this could be, we could do this like it's the emblem, because I saw this shape kind of mirrored in the pieces. So we're going to do that. And then I thought this would look cute as like part of the ship. You know, like it could be like part of the ship. Let's cut a piece of it and see what it looks like. So we're just going to cut this one real quick, and then we'll get on to making some ephemera. Oh, it's cute. Okay, it's really cute. Okay. You know what I do have? And we'll probably play with that. I also have, yes. Do these come out? No. Okay. So it just has that. I like it. It's kind of, it looks like steel plating. I do have an embossing folder too that has that kind of look to it. The problem is that it is a Tim Holtz and it doesn't work on any freaking machine. Ugh. All right, let me get these guys out of my way here for a moment. So this is how I store them in my drawer on the bigger pieces, but they're all categorized. Where's that? There you go, Bubby. They're getting apple. All right, so we have more pieces and parts that we can use. Somewhere around here is a bag that has all of our die cuts, you know, fussy cuts that don't tell me I didn't lose it. Please don't let me think I lost it. I don't want to lose it. Why? Because my hands would hate me. Are you freaking kidding me? I didn't put them in the bag. I put the whole tray over here. Okay, there we go. Got it. All right. Panic attack over. All righty. So we have tags, journaling cards, more journaling cards, bits and pieces and parts, which we have more of up here now. More journaling cards. And then all of our bits and pieces. Okay. More pieces, more pieces, more pieces. Okay. Hi, Christine. All right, so we're going to start building some stuff because we can, you know. So let's do this one because that's Earth, you know. I don't know, like maybe I want the alien kitties to be going, hey, there's Earth. I don't know. If he's going to be out in space, he probably should have a spacesuit on, right? All right, let's see. Nope, we're doing this one. He's going on there. All right. Let's see. Okay. How is it that in a second I can lose the craft trolls are on extra duty around here? course, my craft troll has a name. Harry.
Well, hello, Miss Patty Ann.
How are you, my dear? We missed you last night. Where was you? Okay, let's see. We're just putting the word down, I think. Oh, I want it on a background. I think it would be perfect on a background. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. I end up getting more ink on my fingers than I ever do on the paper when I have to do these little things. And my thumbnails are like the weirdest shapes. And I figured out why, because I'm always doing this. Trying to get my glue bottles open. It's the glue's fault that my nails are screwy. Okay, so we're going to put this on here. This thing like fits pretty much perfectly as far as the height. And then we're going to add it up there. It says to infinity and beyond, which I think is cute. Yes, I know. It's like a Pixar thing, but it's so cute. Like, it's stupid cute. Okay. Over there. Go over there. Okay. Yeah, as soon as it gets there. Hi, Gypsy. 11 pair of scissors. Using one. Yeah, you don't even want to know. Y'all don't even want to know. I went on this thing. I got to tell you. Back when Tuesday morning was open, I went in and I bought this pair of scissors. And I went, that is like the perfect pair of scissors for fussy cutting. It's small, but it's also longer. So if you try to cut a circle with a really small pair of fussy cutting scissors, it gets all janky. Whereas if you have one smooth, length of blade, so it's like, that's good. Then I bought these, okay, and these are American Crafts, and I brought them home and I was using them. And then one day I could not find them and I searched everywhere. So I went back to Tuesday morning and I bought this pair, which is also American Craft, because I needed them, for fussy cutting circles, because you don't get the same, and I was like, okay, so I bought them. The next day I found these. And I went, okay, I want you to notice something. It's the exact same pair of scissors, just with a different handle. And then, like 2-3 months later, I could not find these. Not anywhere. I went in the kids' scissor drawer. I went in my sewing scissor drawer. I looked and I went, I must have thrown them in the damn trash, not thinking, I was just clearing my desk or whatever. Or the cat took it. It's behind my desk, which is a behemoth of a thing. It weighs probably 400 or 500 pounds.
And I didn't do it.
I even asked him, I was like, do you have my damn scissors? But my husband, who's lived with me for many, many years, goes, I not touch no scissors in this house unless you put them in my hand. Like, I can't even tell him, go get that pair. He won't do it. I have one pair now that I keep in a drawer that's just for him, because he's gotten in trouble a lot for cutting shit, like with my fabric scissors and stuff like that. So was a couple of months later, I couldn't find either pair of these. And I was like, son of a, and I had some fussy cutting to do. And I went over to Tuesday Morning and I bought this pair also from American Craft. They are all exactly the same. They're the same height. The grips are the same, but now I have 3 pairs of them. Okay. There's a 4th pair. It's out in my sewing box. Because I bought a set of scissors that it came in. There was like 3 sets of scissors in there. I have to tell you, I don't know where the other 2 pairs of scissors are. No freaking idea. Yeah, they just gone. No idea. Now what's going to happen is I'll see that set. I'll go up to Utah to go to like the warehouse sale, and I'll see that set and I'll go, oh, you know, yes, I have like 4 freaking pairs of that one, but I don't have those 2. So I'll buy that set of 3 pairs of scissors and I will come home, and the very next day, like I'll look up right here where there's nothing, and mysteriously there they will be. And I'll go, son of a, like the handle will literally be hanging off the shelf up here. Son of a mother humper, you know, because that's the way it works. I wish that would be the way it would work with my Tim Holtz people, but you know, because they have disappeared and I haven't seen them forever. But you know, it is what it is. I'm pretty certain I know what happened to them. So, you know. All right, so we have a piece. Remember, now we're just using these things for backgrounds. So this piece really doesn't matter. I'm just using it for a background. All right, so we have this kitty here. What is he so excited about? Don't know. Every time I see this guy, this is Major Tom to ground control. You know? And I'm floating in the most peculiar way. Oh my God. It says if writing for the auction group. What else would touch me? Put him in a special. That's Patty Ann has had the longest search in history just trying to find her dice and her. That was like a 2-year saga, guys. Oh my God. All right. So I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, I got to do cluster things. Like these, I think we could just put these like on by themselves. But then I think about it and I go, you know, wouldn't that be cute? You know, look at this guy, right? No. Maybe this guy, maybe that's his helmet. I don't know. He's so cute. He has such like somebody's holding a whole can of tuna fish in front of him look on his face. Okay. This needs a different background, though. I don't like the background. I like the idea and the concept, but I don't like the background. Let's see. No, that's not it either. No, that's not it either. Sometimes a shape is the best way to go. Nope. This is ground control to Major Tom. Oh, I like that. Perfect, right? Okay, what are we going to do with it? Mars is red. You know. All right, let's put some ink on this and see where we're at. All right, Patty Ann, I'm going to make this suggestion to you. Get an air tag, baby. Put all that shit in one box or 3 or 4 boxes, wrap plastic around it, and then put air tags in there just so you know where that shit is. Because I got to tell you, when you lose things like on a pro level. I don't think I've ever met anybody who could lose things as good as you. That's not being mean. That's a compliment, babe. Because I've lost some shit and come back and found it a year later. But that's like some pro grade losing shit. All right, we're going to put this on a pop-up. Oh, no. You can't find the laptop. Let me tell you. So a while ago, all right, that's just stinking adorable. When I went on the trip to Colorado with Shaylee and She Who Shall Not Be Named, we stopped in a couple of creative reuses in Colorado that I really like. Like every time I go to Colorado, I go back to them because they're really nice. Now, the last time I was there, stupidly overpriced. And when I went there, and it was me and Shay and Amy, they had a box of old photo negatives. Just the regular, 35 millimeter strip ones. And so Amy was like, I'm going to get some of those because at the time she was working on I think she was calling it her murder journal or something like that. There was no place to journal in it. It was a glue book. But she thought that these, the 35 millimeter film strips would be perfect for it because that's kind of the way that, they used to do it. They used to take 35 millimeter film. They'd run whole rolls of film and then they would put them in there. And there were some that were they had blank pictures at the end. So you would think, okay, yeah, it's from one single case. So she bought a stack of them. The lady was like, well, whatever you can fit in that envelope and be able to close it is like $2 or something like that. And so she put a bunch in there and she was able to close the envelope. And she didn't close the envelope. And then when we got to the car, we were looking for a place to put them because I put stuff in every nook and cranny in the car that I can find. So she had taken them and she had a book that had the binding broken on it, so it was really loose. And so she shoved them all in there. And then we put the book in one of the little cubby spots, basically underneath the tire thing. You know, in the back of your car, you lift up the carpet and there are tires in there and you've got like all your stuff. Mine has a lot of extra space. I have a full-size spare in there, but it has extra space like further up. So it's got all these, like, it's made out of styrofoam and it's got all these little compartments. So I fill those compartments. I put little things in them. So we had put the book in there. When we got home, we unloaded everything out of the car and we did what we always do. We bring it in. I have my craft room, which is like an extra room. And we set up the big table and we stack everything. Hubber brings it all in. He just stacks it on the table, under the table, around the table, so that we can still get to the table, but so that I can go through all of things. So I told Amy, I said, go in there and get your stuff out. So she goes in and she gets all her stuff. That's hers. And she puts it in her room. And then I go in and I start working my way through. Well, she comes in and she says, I can't find those damn negatives. And I was like, well, they're in a book, right? She's like, yeah, but I looked in the books and I can't find them. For a year and a half, there was the mystery of what happened to these damn negatives. I tore the car apart. I put the seats down. I flipped them up. I opened up that back piece. I completely took the carpet out. I opened up the side. I have those little side panels, you know, with the little swivel things that have like little cubbies. I opened those up. We went through that. We went through, dug in the pockets behind the seats, underneath the seats, the whole car. We even took down the suitcase that we transport stuff in the top rack in, and we went through every single inch. I even unzipped the liner to like look and see if somehow they didn't. And I could not remember that she had put them in the book. I didn't think about it. All I remembered was her handing me the book and me putting the book in. I didn't know they were in the book at the time. So it was like a year and a half later. And she comes out with this book. She's going to, you know, tear the signatures out of it. And she wanted the signatures taken out. So she brings me the book because she didn't gut books unless they were stapled. If it was a regular book, she brought it to me to gut it and pull out the signatures. And then she'd give me, you know, like a signature of two to kind of compensate me for doing it for her. And she brings me this book, and it's like this. It's a pretty thick book. And I said, yeah, I'll get to it. And I was in the middle of some other stuff. I said, I'll get to it. I'll probably have it for you tomorrow. She goes, okay. She goes in the room. I open this book and I start pulling out the signatures. And for me, I can pretty much look at the book. I don't go through the pages. I open it, I do the binding, and then I pull it up like this, and I put my finger in where the center of the signature is, and then I open it and I cut, and then I pull the pages out. Because usually once you cut this, you can see the signatures if it's a signature bound book. This one is not. But, you know, you can see the signatures once you loosen this binding up. And so I'm in there and I'm just like flip, pull, cut, flip, pull, cut. I'm pulling out the signatures. And then when I open one of the signatures, there they are. There's like 10 of them laying right there. And I went, and I looked and I realized there were gaps. And I went, and there they were, every single one of those negatives. And I went, hey, and she comes out and she's like, what? And I said, your negatives are in this book. And she's like, I didn't buy that book on the trip. I'm like, oh, well, you obviously did, because they're in this book. You put them in this book. There was like 50 or 60 negatives, like just a couple here and a couple there throughout the whole book. And the book was so like, you know, when the bindings are broken and they're just like wiggly, 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 that you really can't see, like the pages are separated. She couldn't tell, but she swore up and down that was not the book. And I was like, that's the book. Oh my God. Yeah. So I've seen some like professional level losing here. But I guess you kind of had to see her room to understand it. Yeah, it was a craft lunch waiting to happen. So like, yeah, she just like, I guess when she got home, she opened up, like she got all her stuff. I don't buy books really when I'm on the road, maybe one if I find something like really exceptional. But I don't buy a lot of books. She bought a lot of books. And so she would go in there and just gather up all the books, and she'd take them to her room. She'd just push them onto shelves wherever she could find space for them. And I guess it just got pushed onto the shelf and she couldn't find it. And then one day she's like bringing me the book and I'm like cutting through it going, guess what? So she went back in and went through all her books and she found all the rest of them because she had put them in the books that she bought on the trip. She just didn't think about it. Professional losers of things. All right, we have a nebula. What are we going to do with this nebula? I don't think we should use the purple guy on the purple. Let's see. Yep. Nope. Not that one. Not that one. Hey, Miss Mari. Sometimes it takes a different person to find what you're looking for. I mean, you guys may have been like live with her a couple of times where she's like, I can't find it. And I would walk in and I would go like, what are you looking for? And she'd go, oh, I'm looking for this. And I would put my hands right, her penguin box. That was when she lost all the time. This little metal penguin box that she had, like a cookie box kind of thing, but it was a penguin. And she kept her binding stuff in there. And she would lose that thing all the time. And so she'd come out and go, I can't find my penguin. And I would go in there and like, within 2 or 3 minutes, I'd put my hand on it. I'd sit in her chair and I'd go, okay, where is it? And I'd put my hand on it and I'd go, here it is. And I'd give it to her. And she's like, I look there. But sometimes because you're looking for it, you're blind to it, if that makes sense. So sometimes it takes another person to come in and find it for you. We've done that to Rose. Like Rose has been in her craft room looking for something and she cannot find it. She's looking and she's looking and she's looking and she's looking and she cannot, no matter what she does, she cannot find the damn thing. And she'll get on the phone with me and Michelle and she'll be like, we'll be like, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm looking for blah, 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 blah. I'm like, really? Yeah. She's like, yeah, I can't find it. Like my box of washi tape. And she stores her washi tape in big boxes like I do. And because she used to like have a big issue with her washi tape. And so we got her started with these boxes. And I'm like, all right, put the camera on. So she'll put the camera on and then Michelle and I will be able to look around her room and we'll be like, look over there. Is that it? And she'll go over and she'll be like, no, that's not the one I'm looking for. It is washi tape, but it's not the one I'm looking for. Okay, well, which one are you looking for? Well, you know, it's got the one that's got like the purple knobs, you know, the purple handles on it. Okay. So now we're looking for the purple handled one. And eventually, like we'll go, oh, is it right there? And she'll go, yeah, there it is. And it's like right there. But sometimes it does. It takes somebody else looking for it because you are vested in it. You know, you have this idea of where you think it is. And so I think in your mind, it's like, it can't be there. Why? Because it's not where I think it is. Now this one, we could actually use it as a tuck. Like put it in a corner and use it as a tuck. That would be cute. Like, I don't want to get started putting any of the signatures together until I'm really like, I've got a lot of the pieces, because I don't want to get into a situation where I use up all the pieces in one part. So now I'm going to cut this apart. Because it's stinking cute, but it's even more adorable when it's just this little piece. All right, now what are we going to put here? We're going to put a ship on it. Because we can. And let's see. This set of words, I'm going to tell you, the people went out of their way to try and do this. Deep space diver, orbiting oracles, stellar cartography, Saturn sojourn, cosmic carousel, heliocentric harmony, nebular nirvana, interstellar interlude. Like they've tried to, like make them like the same word. Solar safari, astral adventure, lunar luminosity, cascading comet. Like they went out of their way. Like there's not enough space words. Let's make some stuff up, Ink. Ink, Els. Get your crap together. I don't wanna. I don't wanna. I don't care. Do it anyway. Because I said so. Okay. Next, we're going to cut another piece of this because, like, the whole piece is okay if I'm going to use it, like, on, like, a belly band or something, but just for, small pieces, we don't need that, Now I've got that stupid. Now I have that stupid song in my head. Thank you. I know I did it to myself. Shush. I'm gonna grab some sisal. Just a little piece of sisal. Yep, that's it right there. Could you just stay down? Where's my... It's stuck to my finger, so it keeps coming up. Okay. Do this. No. Okay. Really? Butterfingers today, guys. I like it. We're going to have to cut another piece of that. Another piece of this. because I'm going to use it on a belly band. All right, and I am going to make a belly band. I'm going to make a belly band. I'm going to do it right now. We're going to do a lace one. So let me grab some lace. I do it all the time. I can't help it. The truth is I really hate ink. All right, I'm going to get out the sisal, because I want to use more than just the purple one. I want to use some of this gold, I think, or the silver. Probably the silver. So I'll just cut a piece of that. Let me just cut a piece of silver. All right. And we're going to be playing with a fiber with this that we don't use too often, but I do have a video on it. When we pull it out, I'll give you guys all the information on that. Wow. But it's called Angelina fiber, and if you want to go and check out the video on it, I do have one. I think if you put Angelina fiber in the search, it comes up. But it's in the other room, and I'm going to bring it out. We're going to play with it. I'm probably going to be building it tonight. But it's a melting fiber. It's really cool. All right. So we need to make a belly band for these. And it's going to require a piece of paper. Okay, paper. All right. How tall are our pages? Our pages are 8.5. So we're going to cut this to 8.5. So we're going to cut this down at 3.5, which should give us 8.5. And then how wide is this? This is just about 3 inches wide, 2 3/4. 1 7/8. No. And 5/8. Sorry, mapping not working. So I got 1 5/8, which leaves me with 1 1/8. 1 Wow. 1 3/16. Okay. I am mathing. I'm not very good at it today. All right. I always do the 1 mark past. Because you never know, All right, so we're going to do a belly band. We're going to do a laced belly band. Why? Because I can. See, and that's what I get for using paper scissors on fabric. All right. Rah! Okay, got it. All right, here we go. The bog of eternal stench. Down the center. Up to this side. Lacy Poo? Yes, Lacy Poo. Okay. Lacy Poo on the other side? Why, yes. Yes, I will Lacy Poo on both sides. And then we'll lacy just a little more glue here. Okay. And cap. And put on top piece. I need to get one of those like thinner brayers for like working on leather, you know, so I can actually get into this groove in the center. So much better when you use fabric scissors on fabric, you know. Okay. And then we're going to cover this with a piece of our paper. Yeah, I think this one. All right, so let me grab these 16s, I think. Oh, I forgot what I cut this at. Hold on. We're going to cut this at 1 inch. 1 inch. And then 8 1/4. Yes, go for grandson. I do not, for the life of me, I do not remember what marker I used to put the line on my scoreboard. But whatever it is, it's been there forever and it will not go away. But I will tell you what I did to my big scoreboard, and that was paint. Because for whatever reason, the people who make these scoreboards, and this one is from EK Tools, they think that we can see this, like this is the way it comes. Do you see that? And this is the way mine looks. And the reason is because when I got this, I could not read these. Like I couldn't see all the individual little tick marks and stuff. So what I did is I just took some paint and I just painted this black and then wiped it off. I didn't wipe it off too bad because I didn't want to like lift it out of here, but then I let it dry so that I could actually see the freaking numbers. I don't remember what marker I used to do this because the other one on my other board, I think is blue. On the little board. I think it's blue. Yeah, so I don't know what marker I used for that, but it's hung out for a long time. But again, I did it on this scoreboard as well because again, you can see here, there's centimeters on the side that you can't see. There's centimeters across the bottom. And then there's like centimeters, inches on this side that you can't see. You can't see them. What in the hell? You know, that's like impossible to see when you're, you know, when it's so far away. So, and for you guys, especially like when I'm doing this, you guys can't see where I'm at unless they're dark. So I just painted them black and went over it and then wiped it off, you know, it worked. All right. So now we have this guy. And what are we going to do here? I don't know. Let's put the launch pad on. Yes. Launch pad. Okay. All right, so I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do on this. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Hey Dan, this is Mike.
Yeah, see,
Cox
stuck in my
Business
head.
Support, calling on a recorded line. How you doing today, kind sir?
It's my own fault.
Oh, it's another fun-filled day, and I stumbled across your tickets, and wow, okay, lots of it. I've even ended it at one point, looks like. Just curious, the last I see in here is that you were continuing testing. You sent us some information yesterday about, what was it, 4 other numbers? Yeah, 4 or 5 other
Okay, let me
numbers.
see.
I was wondering,
That's everything.
how is it going? Have you done any further testing since then? And is there any other information we need to pass on to our 911 group?
Okay. We're going to use all of this. Do you guys remember
That's been sent to the 911 group. I'm just not seeing an update from them on that yet.
the belly band that I did that had
whose cage do I
all the
go
circles that
rattling?
we used,
But I wanted to
and then
know
we
if
layered,
there's
you know,
more-
like that
if there's
dimensional
more
one.
to
We're
add
going to do the
to it
same thing with
before
this.
I go rattling cages, you know?
So we're going to start kind of with some of the bigger pieces.
Okay. Right.
We're going to kind of do that.
No, I get
idea
it.
here.
Okay. Well, like I said, I was curious because it said you were still testing, and I wasn't quite sure if that was the last of it or if there was more. So I wanted to make sure that, before we go, I go
These.
everyone on cages going, hey, where are we at with this?
Put this-
Are you gonna look at this today? We sent this to you last night. So, that sort of thing. All right, Dan, I
That's
really
gonna be a
appreciate
flat.
the
That's gonna be a
assistance
flat.
in this
That's
matter,
gonna
and I
be a
really
puff.
appreciate the patience and understanding
This
going
one's
behind
gonna
it.
be puffy.
And is there anything else I can try to assist you with today? All right, thank you for using it. Much appreciated. You have yourself a fantastic day. All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
And he's off. All right, so I'm going to put this up here. That one, this one, that one, that one, this one. We need some of this one. Where are we going to put it? We're going to put it. We're not going to use it. That's it. Okay. All right, so we're going to put these down. Just kind of random. And this is why I'm glad I pre-inked everything. Really kind of need my tweezers. What did I do with them? I don't know. You have 3 pair. Where are they? I don't know. Sometimes I think being organized is actually more difficult. There we go. Than, not being organized. Oh, you got ghosties? I like ghosties. I have one in this house, but he is like exiled to the garage. If he comes in, I have a sage stick and I'm not afraid to use it, old man. Yeah, he has to stay in the garage. Let me make you sticky over here. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Okay. Let me put this back in here. All right, guys, we've been here like almost 2 hours. I'm going to boogie on out because I got stuff I got to get done. Let's grab our ephemera envelope. The envelope de ephemera. We're going to put our bookmark. I really like that. That's cool. Okay. Nice belly band. I like it. Came out better than I thought it would. And then I got to remember to cut more of this because that is really cool for the backgrounds on this. So I'll put these in here. These ones has their own bag. I just don't know where it is. Doesn't really matter because it's all going on this tray. Let's see. So I have tonight, Friday Night Nuts. Tomorrow, Mixed Media, late-ish night. And then Sunday, no game. No game on Sunday because I'm going to be at a wedding. And I will let you guys know. There will be somebody who will be like, are you not going live today? I can't find the live. Trust me. There will be at least one person who will forget that we're not going to be live. What else? That's it. Let's take a look. All right. So. Friday Night Nuts tonight at 7 p.m. my time. That's 8, 9, and 10 across the country. No real crafting. I mean, I sometimes I work on stuff while we're chatting, but it's really just about the chatting. But, if you ever want to join me on a Friday Night Nut, you let me know, and then I will schedule it through StreamYard, not on the regular YouTube. That way you can be in there. Hello, Miss Virginia, and welcome. Well, this is kind of a place to do it. It's mostly a tutorial channel, and I go live probably 6 or 7 times a week. We hang out. It's just a really great group. This is a great group. It's like a little crafting family. We call ourselves the Tribe. But very, very wonderful group of ladies. I am so proud to be associated with them, so happy to be accepted by them. Let's see what else we got. We got Mixed Media on Saturday, guys. Projects of 26 Challenge. The 10th one is you can use a cupcake liner or a coffee filter. Either one or both. I don't care. Did anybody see Patty Ann's flowers? Oh, my God. Freaking gorgeous, guys. When I do something like that, I always get ink everywhere. She's got the right amount. And you're going to do that with a die cut or punch. Remember, that's anything that you can like die cut like this, punch out with a punch, or these things, if it comes in a pack and it says, die cuts, it's acceptable. So like, even if you fussy cut it, I don't care. It's your thing. You do your thing with it. We're not competing. It's challenging yourself. Also, the previous one was a Rolodex with some kind of washi, whether it's washi tape, washi paper, washi stickers, whatever it is. And what else? So we just did the vote, so we don't have one of those coming up. What else do we have? Monday. This coming Monday, which will be the 1st, I'm going to post challenge number 11 for the Projects of 26 Challenge. So it'll be in a quick video because the 1st and the 15th both fall on a Monday. So I'm going to do both of those by video. And then we have an easy envelope album for the video on Monday. It's cute. It's just a little easy, quick. I think it's like 3 envelopes. Real simple. You can join, baby. All you got to do is hit the subscribe, go down to the description, click on more. All of my socials down there, including my Facebook group. It's a cyber stalker's paradise down there. Just click on that. Also, remember, guys, as part of the group, if you would like to take a look at Marjorie's Etsy shop, my link is in the description, way towards the bottom. Hers is right at the top, guys. She's the one that has created this beautiful digital set for us to be using in this. And completely saw my vision for what it was. And I like haven't been this excited to work on a journal in a while. And you guys know I do probably one a month, every 5 to 6 weeks maybe. And this one, oh, I'm loving it. I'm having so much fun with it. And it is everything that I hoped it would be. But of course, the kit that you get if you go to the Etsy shop is different than what I have. And Virginia, don't think I do a hard sell. I don't. I usually never sell anything. But Marjorie's part of our tribe. She's part of our family here. And she has just started an Etsy shop. She's a digital designer. And she's designed some digitals. The one that she designed for this was super freaking fantastic. And she's got a couple of other ones that are absolutely gorgeous. She's extended a courtesy code, which you can get in the description, to the group. So you can go over to her shop and you can pick up something over there. Freaking awesome. But some of her stuff is absolutely beautiful. So if you get a chance, ladies, at least follow the shop. You know what I mean? Because that at least gives her support and helps move her up in the algorithm. What else? So on the 6th is where we're going to start that Build Journal 101 class. I currently have, I'm going to get this out. Okay. So I have 2 for Vanessa, 2 for Chris, 1, I think it's 1 for Gypsy. All right, Miss Jenny, we'll get you approved. My mod has probably already done it, to be honest. So let me think of that one. And Deborah, 1 for Deborah. And what else? So 2 there. If you have asked me for one of these kits and I haven't responded, let me know. This is for the build journal kit for anybody who wants to build from scratch and wants the chipboard and the Tyvek and all that stuff. It's the set for that you guys are going to give me feedback on because I'm going to be putting it in my shop. So I know there's Vanessa wanted 2, Chris wanted 2, Gypsy wanted 1, Deborah wanted 1, and I can't remember, somebody else wanted 1. I already sent 1 to Marie. If you wanted 1 and I didn't get your name, remember to send me an email or an instant message. It's for you guys, it's $15. That includes shipping. And I will bill you for the June sale when we do the sale in June. I only do 1 sale a month, so I'll bill you guys for that, okay, on that one. What else? So that's going to be that. If you want to get a copy of the syllabus, let me put the link in here real quick. Copy. So that's the link to my Google Doc where you can get the actual syllabus for the class. Right now it sits at 7 weeks, but it's probably going to stretch out to 9 because, like the ephemera, we're going to be there for, a couple of weeks because even if we spent 2 hours, we'd still need at least 2 classes to do ephemera. And I want to cover a couple of things. I want to do belly bands. I want to do making pockets out of nothing at all. How to make pockets without having dies, that kind of thing. So we're going to talk about a couple of things that we already have kind of looked at as far as what's in our idea books and what is posted on the, the videos that are posted in the tutorials. But I want to kind of go over those things with you guys and we'll work with them together because sometimes you see them and you're like, oh, I really like them, but you didn't do them because you don't have a journal to put them. Okay, so we'll be doing that in one of the classes. And then I'm going to be building two ways. One, with a book. I'm going to gut this book. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. I've never read the damn thing, but I'm going to show you how to gut a book by gutting this one. And then we'll build like we're doing for this one. But the build for that is a little bit different because it's not the album journal. It's just a regular journal. So we'll be doing that. So that starts on June the 6th. And if you have all the supplies to do it, or you have a book cover that you can use, then, don't worry about it. But if you want to learn how to build the book itself, then I am putting the kits out there. They're going to be $17 when I put them in the Etsy shop, plus shipping, which will come out to about $22. So you guys are going to get them for $15, and that includes your shipping. Okay, that's it. No game on Sunday because I will be officiating a wedding. If I get back early enough, I might just go live and just have the game, because I had the issue last Sunday. I might just throw the game up and do it. All right. You got it. Your book. I'm so proud of you. All right. So that's it, guys. I'm going to put Space Kitties away for the weekend, for my weekend, which is, basically Monday and Tuesday. And I'll be back on Wednesday where we will get back into this. Hopefully I'll have all the ephemera done and we won't be sitting here making more ephemera. And as always, I will do one signature off camera. We made these signatures small, and we made them small because we're only using a small spine. Okay. So lots of things going on in the next couple of days, in the next week. And then, what's today's date? Today's the 29th. Yeah. So, a week from Sunday is going to be the monthly sale. I don't have anything ready, but we'll figure it out. I'll get something out. That's it, guys. That's all I have. So if you're new, hit the button, subscribe. Why not? I'm going to insult you. I'm going to upset you. I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to fussy cut with big scissors. Whatever it is that just upsets you, it's going to happen. You want to be here for it, right? So do that. Also,
Hey there.
check out the schedule. You can get a copy of what goes on around here by going to the community or the post or whatever it is here on YouTube. Or if you look in the Facebook group, there's like the stuff that's pinned at the top. There's a schedule there.
Well,
it tells you when I'm live, what I'm doing, what's going on. That, with all the other information that you can find down there in that description box. Cyber Stalker Starter Kit. It's free. No monthly charges, nothing. It's all there. All my socials. You're going to get my Instagram. You're going to get my email address. You're going to get my Ko-Fi, my Patreon. It's all down there. You're going to get all of it. So go down there and click on that and take a look through all of those. There are some free digitals that you can pick up over on, I don't know if it's my Ko-Fi or my Patreon, but it's one of those two. But you can get some free stuff. That'll do it. Remember, Mother Nature's got basically twin teenagers. Wow. Wonder Twin powers. Activate. You guys know what I'm talking about. So just give her a little sympathy. Also, stay hydrated. I don't care if you're hot, you're cold. You always need to be hydrated. Stay hydrated. Stay well. I love you guys. And I will see you later. Tonight. Yeah. I love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, something like that.
It's 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. That's 8, 9, and 10 across the country. So, yeah, we'll see you. Come in, Virginia. You're going to like it. Tonight is Friday Night Nuts, which means we don't do crafting. We just sit here and bitch and groan and learn stupid facts and hang out and talk about weird topics,
Right.
So, yeah. So, yes, 10 o'clock Eastern. And let me do this real quick.
Yeah.
If everybody would, just grab the link here real quick. Go on over and subscribe to Virginia's channel. You never know. If she doesn't post stuff, she may post stuff in the future. So go over and check that out and do that for me. Thank you, Mari, for reminding me.
Yes, which is all the stuff. So
but that'll do it. So, till then, I love you guys. Bye. No Harry today. No Harry today. Harry, are you going to come say hi? He's like, no, I'm being fat over here in front of the door, Mom. Hey, you going to come say hi? Nope. Not interested. He'll see you guys tonight. Bye.